let's tackle a huge question. Why do so many people stay poor? We're going to dig into the science. So global poverty is falling, but hundreds of millions are still trapped, making this a major challenge. For decades, there's been this big debate. Is poverty about the person or their circumstances?
One view says it's all about talent and effort. The other says, no, opportunity is what's unequal.
So how do you actually test these competing ideas? Well, you run a huge, real-world experiment. Researchers went to Bangladesh, tracking thousands of households for 7 years to find an answer. Here's what they did. They gave a big asset, like a cow, to the poorest families, and then they just watched. They were looking for a poverty trap, a financial tipping point you have to cross to escape poverty for good. Think of it like this. You're in a deep hole. You need a big boost just to reach that first rung of the ladder. And what they found is, well, it's this. The data showed this really clear S-shaped curve for asset growth. See where that S-curve crosses the straight line? That right there, that's the tipping point, the poverty threshold. They even calculated a specific value for this threshold. This number is the crucial point. It's simple. Start below this point, you slide back down. Get pushed above it, and you start to climb out. But hold on. Is this really a trap? Or do more talented people just do better? The data held the clues. Okay, look at the left. See that gap in assets right at the threshold? Now look right. Talent is spread out smoothly. If it were just about talent, that asset graph should be smooth too. That gap, that's the evidence of a trap. And get this, people who started just below the threshold actually lost assets. They went backwards. This is the exact opposite of what the equal opportunity idea predicts. The trap is real. So what does this all mean? Well, it seems a big problem often needs a big solution. This is why small fixes often fail. They just aren't enough to get people past that critical tipping point. Look here. Small microloans, barely anyone escaped. The big transfer, it worked for 2/3 of families. So the evidence is pretty clear. Poverty often isn't about talent. It's about not having enough capital to even start. Which leaves us with a challenging question. We have evidence for a solution. So are we willing to use it?